Let's talk to Eddie Tofpik. He's the head of technical analyses and senior markets analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. Morning to you, young
Good morning.
Eddie. Right, let's do a commodity wrap. Let's kick off with gold. What's going on in the gold market?
I said all along 1300 is where it needs to go to. It got down to 1302 on that drop there, and it's bounced up from there. But the bounce up isn't that much.
Right.
If you look at it, the first high back in January, that was quite reasonable. The next didn't quite make it. This, if it's a high, is even lower. We're getting descending highs. I think that 1300 may be under attack again. We need to break up over that top area. Otherwise, we're going to have that double top target potentially still in the frame. And that's around about the 60, 70 area.
Okay, so really a key level still.
I think it's more likely to try lower.
Okay.
Purely because the highs are getting lower.
Understood.
But the next day will tell or not.
Understood. Okay, let's move on to crude oil. What's going on here?
This is actually quite a nice chart. We had a congestion around about 63.39. You had a crossover of a load of stuff, a potential neckline, a potential a fib line, all these things that all came together at the same point, 63.39, and then we came back off of that. But we're not coming back down much. We've got the medium moving average, which is around about 59.26 underneath the market. And that is why we had that pipe bottom at 60.13 a few days ago. It went down and then straight back up again because it doesn't want to go near it.
Okay.
So we're caught in between the resistance 63.39, the support, which 60.13, but actually is at 59.30 area, 59.40, let's say. So I think it's going to have maybe a move down again at that and see if it's going to be worthwhile. If it doesn't, it will come up, but not as high. I think the highs are getting lower in this, and you can see that in recent action. I think the highs are getting lower, and it's pushing further down. It's a combination of congestion and technical analysis.
Understood. Okay, well, let's wrap up with LME copper. Just because the chart appears to get more and more complicated every week.
I haven't taken anything off, and nor have I added anything onto this.
Give me one headline.
It seems it ought to go down, but it's hesitating.
Okay.
It seems it ought to go down. There's enough pressure on this, but the only thing that's been holding up at the moment is we've seen a 68.55. They've seen a little bounce up from there, but it ought to be seeing this great big band of supply we've got above the market. It should be pushing it lower because it's sure as hell not going higher, and it doesn't look like it's going to go sideways. There are enough angles there that the thing ought to be going sideways. And remember what I've always said, you've got this arc, and it's doing that. And we've come to this part here. We've still got the arc, but it's started to do that. It's still arcing over.
I'm going to look out this week for your arc. Eddie, on that note, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.